In today's exercise, we are going to learn how to add geolocation into our model. Start a new drawing. Delete the lady. Click on File. Geolocation right here. Add location. In this search box, type in an intersection of a cross street, Campus Drive, and Redwood Road, Oakland, California, and click on Search. In this map, you can use the scroll button to zoom out and click and drag to pan in the view. So the campus drive leading to our Merritt College campus right here. So the landscape horticulture department is a little bit off. It's right here. I'm using scroll button to zoom in. So 18 is the highest zoom level for free map. So I'm going to find this area. Now I'm going to click on Select Region button right here. I'm going to select Provider. I have two options. The first one, Digital Globe, is the free map with lower resolution, and the near map is a higher resolution one, but you need to pay for it. So for this demonstration, I'm going to use the free one, Digital Globe. Immediately, you will see there are 4 pins showing up. You can use your mouse to drag these pins and select a desirable area. So there is a cross in the middle of the pins. You can use it. This will be the origin showing in your model. So you just click and drag to pan the view in the window and use the pin to choose a larger or smaller or different shape of the area. So I'm going to include this classroom area and a little bit of the slope right here. And there's a steep slope right here. Now, if I'm satisfied with the area I chose, I'm going to click on Import. Immediately, there will be a flat image of the, looks like the aerial map showing up in your model. So this is the origin, and yes. Now, if you expand the text and the outliner, you will see in the model there are 2 groups. So 1, 2 groups showing up. They are imported after I added the geolocation information. Which one is visible is the location snapshot. That's why it's a flat image right now. So now if I click on the file, geolocation, show terrain, you see this snapshot is turning off and then the terrain is showing. So it's a different group. It's a 3D terrain surface, 3-dimensional surface. The elevations is the real elevation. And you notice there are a clock, not clock, it's a lock sign in the group, which means if I choose this one, you see the box, like a surrounding box. Instead of the blue color we have seen, is a red one, which means these groups are locked. If you right click, you can unlock them. But usually, by default, we just keep it locked because we don't want to alternate the original location, terrain, and snapshot by accident. So we just keep them locked. So that's how we added a geolocation map into add geolocation and import the location, terrain, and the map into our model. Contour lines are a set of continuous lines mark equal elevation like 1100, 1200, 1300 with 100 feet intervals. We usually got these contour maps from a surveyor, architect, or other city department. However, in this SketchUp, we can generate contour map from the terrains we just imported with geolocation. I'll show you how to do it. This is the terrain we just imported after adding the geolocation. So go to the View toolbars, turn on the views, and also just turn on the sandbox. So these are the tools we are going to use today. So these tools is a quick, the views toolbar is a quick way you can look from the top view. Click on the camera and check the perspective. So it will be like a rectangular shape of the, even though it's a terrain, 3D terrain, but if I click on the top view, it's showing a aerial map. So use the rectangle shape tool right here and draw a big rectangle shape on the ground. So if I orbit, you will see I draw a big rectangular shape on the ground, and some of the terrain is above it, some of them is below it. That's fine. So double click on this surface and use the Move tool. Click anywhere in the blank area and use the up arrow key to lock. So I'm going to move it 100 feet. Enter. My goal is to move this surface below the whole terrain area, below the lowest point. You see here is below. So now I'm going to make a stack of surfaces to be, let me think, 5 feet interval. So still double click to select this surface and use the Move tool. Click anywhere in the blank area and use the Control key, Option key for Mac, Control key for PC, and press the up arrow to lock it in the blue axis direction and input 5 feet. Enter. I'm going to immediately input 50x. So you see there is a terrain in it. So actually I don't need 50. I can probably just use 45 or something, but that's fine. I'm going to delete those anyway. So now this terrain is in the middle. My stack of rectangular shape of surfaces is all around it. It's above the tallest point and below the lowest point and larger than the terrain right here. So now I'm going to use the select tool from left to right. Select everything in the model and the right click, intersect faces, click with model. It seems nothing happened. But now you select tool again, select from right to left, use the crossing selection, select all these faces and the edges, these two edges, and press delete button, delete key on your keyboard. So now select these two edges and delete. You can see I have contour lines. If I uncheck the terrain, you will see I have a set of contour lines created. There are some minor mistakes, like this enclosed area. I'm going to have a shape, surface. I'm going to delete those and delete that one. And for this one, I'm going to use the line tool to just draw a line to connect these 2 points and delete these little mistakes. So sometimes you just need to fix minor errors. Now, if I select every contour lines and click on the sandbox tool from contours, the first one right here, it takes a little while, a few seconds, but you see a surface is created from the contour lines. If you click on it, it's a group in the outliner. So I'm going to name it terrain from contours. So if I uncheck that one, you see it's separated. It's a separated group from my contour lines. Now you can either delete the contour lines, but in case you need it again, so I'm going to select all the contour lines and right click to make a group. I'm going to call it contour lines. Yeah, just give them very meaningful names so you can find them easily. So now it's actually, I can turn this off and turn back the terrain. I don't need to show the contour lines. So that's how you create a 3D surface, and you can edit this terrain later. So for now, I'm going to probably select a material for it. So it's a 3D terrain you can use to build your models on it. So that's how you generate a contour map and the 3D editable terrain surface from the imported location terrain.